Matt Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
Thanks for being here. 888-900-3393. Also at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. Traffic and weather together every 4 minutes on the threes this morning. For the Big Frog. 1099, the only radio station beyond the bandwidth of your FM digital dial.
Yeah, and Big Frog's going to have more on trivia coming up on Friday morning. Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Carolina Panthers.
It was, we were wrong last week. More on trivia, right?
Yeah, 4-game winning streak gone. So,
right down the tube.
Yeah, 5-3 record on the year. I mean, we're a playoff team.
Especially in the NFC East.
Yeah, NFC East, yeah.
Jeez. What is Philadelphia? Have they won 3 games yet?
3-4-1.
3-4-1. What a powerful division-leading record that is.
Yeah, 3-4-1. And then the Washington Redskins are 2-6. And then the Cowboys and Giants are 2-7. Still very much in the hunt.
Oh, yeah. They're right in the thick of things. With as well as they've been playing this year.
Well, think about that. Without that stupid onside play by the Falcons, the Cowboys are 1-7. Who did they beat legitimately? They beat the Giants 37-34. Boy, so they are a stupid onside play and a field goal away from being over.
Of course, they're without their quarterback and their backup quarterback. So they're down to third string or fourth string or I don't know what.
Yeah, that Garrett Gilbert.
They were supposed to be really good this year.
Gave him a chance.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, it wasn't bad against the Steelers on Sunday. 888-900-3393. Got this from Gulag Inmate 13. Bad news for Pat. Last night they found some points that weren't added to the scoreboard. Boise State now has been declared the winner, 52-51.
Oh, no.
Sorry. ESPN and Fox Sports declared it.
They did?
Yeah,
Fox Sports, that figures.
See, you wouldn't tolerate that in football. In football, people would go out of their minds over that. But with the election, they found some more ballots. Okay, well, whatever. I guess that happens. Yeah, they found even more. And now a 700,000 vote lead. It's gone. It's gone. Wow.
I'd like to point out, they're still counting in Georgia. They've been sitting on 99% for a week now.
I think they're counting in 4 states, right?
Yeah, they still haven't called.
Now, if there's no voter fraud in the other states that have already been declared, it doesn't matter because he's at 290. Biden's at 290, supposedly. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we'll have to see. There's a lot going on out there. I know that the Georgia Republican chairman came out and said, hey, we were told to go home from State Farm Arena. That's where the Atlanta Hawks play. 10:30 on election night. They started counting again at 1 a.m. and no Republican observers were there. I mean, come on.
How does that keep happening?
Because we're now a third world nation with our government setup. That's
not exactly the answer I was hoping for.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I wasn't really looking for that.
Yeah.
No, I wasn't.
So,
wasn't looking for third world nation status.
Third worldification of America continues to roll on. But hey, you know what? We've got a lot of things. I mean, you've got the Michigan legislature is holding hearings on this voter fraud allegation. So, I mean, there's still a lot going on, a lot to be decided here.
I want Pennsylvania to be looked at as well.
Oh, they are.
From 700,000 to he loses by what did he lose Pennsylvania by?
Oh, well, remember,
see if we can find a count on that.
Still counting.
But they've declared it for Biden.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Even though they're still counting.
Let's see.
Now, for people who wonder, how does that happen? Well, because the votes are coming from Democrat districts, and they just assume that there's going to be a certain kind of split that Biden just extends his lead.
Yeah, Biden is up by 45,000 votes in Pennsylvania, and I think that's how many that lady in the basement yesterday was holding in that Philadelphia suburb.
Okay, good.
So, see? I gave you some hope there.
Yeah, you did.
I seriously
700,000, now he's down by 45,000. It doesn't seem reasonable to me. Doesn't seem reasonable.
I mean, but, William Barr's got the DOJ on this, and...
Yeah. We'll see.
We shall see. There's a lot of rocks still to be turned over. I love that tweet from, I don't think we pulled the Rand Paul tweet where he said that 1.1 million Americans got stimulus checks that were dead.
Oh,
you don't think they voted too?
I bet they did. I bet more than 1 million dead people voted.
Yeah. Well, they're saying, there's this, what is it, Maiden Gate. They want you to check your name, especially your maiden name.
In another state?
Other states that you've lived in.
Mm-hmm.
Just make sure you're not on the rolls there.
It's a good idea.
Yeah. You may have voted and not even realized it. You may have voted half a dozen times and not even realized it. I'm telling you, there's a lot of work to be done, and it's happening. Okay? So we just have to let the process play itself out and see what they find.
Never thought I'd see this in America. Did you ever think you'd be here with this kind of voter fraud suspected and this kind of abuse in our system? Jeez.
This was well orchestrated. I think now we realize why for the last 2 months the streets have been quiet for the most part, except for that flare-up in Philly when the guy with the knife got shot. It's because all of those unemployed Antifa types were probably training on how to pull this off.
Probably.
In my humble opinion.
Yeah. Well, and there was unrest in Philadelphia when the guy with the knife got shot because the cops were supposed to let the guy with the knife stab him.
Precisely. Yes.
Why didn't they let him stab them?
Right.
Why?
Except for that flare-up. It's been pretty quiet for the last couple of months in America, hasn't it?
Selfish cops.
Right. Next time, just let the guy do what he has to do.
Right. So you get stabbed a few times. He doesn't have a gun. What's the matter with you people?
Yeah. What is it called? The Force. I don't know. It's that Samantha Power line, when you can't use the same amount of force on the Palestinians as they use on you or whatever it is. Proportional response. Yeah, come on now. You can't be shooting the guy.
Right.
If you stab the guy coming at you with a knife, then that is reasonable. Cops.
I guess. I don't even know that would have been reasonable.
No.
Get into a knife fight with the guy and stab him, they still would have rioted in the streets. Maybe if they would have tased him. Of course, they didn't have tasers, so it's hard to tase people without tasers. Got a reminder that was posted on Twitter that we are Americans. We will never give in to snowflake liberal commies. Fight, people! And then there's the picture of George Washington crossing the Delaware.
Oh, let's see. Do we have
famous
that?
Photo? Look at this.
Oh, yeah.
Americans willing to cross a frozen river to kill you in your sleep on Christmas. Totally not kidding. We've done it.
I love
that. Look at that.
Good.
So great.
I need that framed in my house right there.
We're totally not kidding. We have done it. We've done it before, and we'll do it again if we have to.
Will we, Pat?
No, probably. Fact is, no.
I mean, it was cold that day, and it's Christmas too. We're at Walmart getting the Christmas Day sales now.
All right.
Instead of crossing the river for our freedom. I mean, I can have freedom, or I could get this TV for half off.
Well, you're going for the TV for sure. Am I right?
Thank you.
You don't want to miss a Black Friday special, do you?
I don't, personally.
No. And crossing a frozen river, that's too cold.
It's a lot of trouble.
It's too cold, and it's hard. I don't want to.
Yeah.
Do you?
No.
I don't want to.
No, and I'm surprised that you just let that go with, it's cold. I'm sorry,
Burr,
what is it?
I'm cold. It's cold. Burr. Yeah, Burr, I'm cold. It's cold. Burr, I'm cold. Burr.
Let's go pay our taxes to the king. I don't want to fight anymore.
Yeah, and the Hessians are pretty good fighters. Let them sleep.
Let them sleep.
Let them sleep. Yeah.
Right. I thought that it's so great. Think about this. The unspoken rules of war. We've gone from that, crossing the Delaware on Christmas night, to we better not drop drone bombs on this Taliban funeral because it won't look good to the lawyers back in America.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah, we've come a long way, baby, to get where we got to today.
Oh.
Come a long way.
Wow.
And in this election, Lindsey Graham talking about possible ballot harvesting in Pennsylvania.
See?
Involving 25,000 nursing home residents.
Okay. What do you think? What was the difference there? 45,000?
Yeah.
You think any of those harvested ballots went to Trump?
Nope.
Okay, so now we're down this Keith math, but now we're down to 20,000 margin, right?
Then you got the Pennsylvania mail carrier who says he was ordered to collect late ballots. Lindsey Graham demanding action from the DOJ. William Barr has authorized investigations into the voter fraud there. So we'll see what happens with that. All of this going on right now. Will it be successful? I don't know. But the Trump team is going to give it a shot. Also, Richard Grinnell discussing suspicious voting practices in this election. Here's what he had to say.
That are now coming back to haunt us. Ballots that were mailed out of state, people saying, I haven't lived in Nevada for years. We saw more than 3,000 people who lived out of state get ballots. We've brought those to the authorities' attention. Many of those people have broken the residency requirements. This is just the tip of the iceberg. So whatever the outcome of the election is when it's certified, and it is not certified yet, and we still have tens of thousands of votes yet to be counted, whatever the outcome is, we have a very long fight in trying to fix the voter rolls, the registration process, and making sure that people see requirements. We have one on the Nevada GOP site, one confirmed case of a dead person voting. We have more than 350 incidences where we have to look at certain people who have voted who appear to be dead, and we're trying to get to the bottom of that. There's a messy process in Clark County, and so again, I see the reality. I'm not suggesting that the race is over. What I am trying to do is wait until the election is certified, which it is not. And make sure every vote is counted, and make sure that every claim of fraud is looked at.
Well, that's supposedly what the Democrats wanted.
Right?
We demand every vote be counted. Every vote be counted. We were screaming about that the whole time. So now we're trying to count every vote.
Oh, no.
What's your problem?
No. The left wants you to count every vote. The right wants you to count every legal vote.
Yeah.
That's the difference.
That is the difference.
And
yeah.
I saw you pick up when that clip was playing. People have voted who appear to be dead.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
all right.
It's a little harsh way to describe Jeffy. I mean, at least he did his civic duty. You know.
Right. Perhaps he wasn't wearing his on-camera makeup when he showed up to vote. So yes, he probably did appear to be dead.
Who among us?
But he is drawing breath. We can confirm that. So, at least in the case of Jeffy, he is currently living.
Yeah.
Sort of.
And he'll be here tomorrow.
Yeah, he will.
Sort of.
All right, let me tell you about real estate agents I trust. If you're selling your home, you need some help. You need a great realtor. And especially if you're relocating, you got to sell and buy. Sell in this location and buy in the new location. You want somebody to see you through the whole process, somebody who knows what they're doing. Real Estate Agents I Trust is Glenn's company, and so he's got a team that really fully vets these agents to make sure that they have great track records. So they've sold a lot of houses, and they sold them quickly and for the most money possible. They have great marketing plans, and they're going to see you through the process, plus they're fans of the show. And so you have that in common with them when you're driving around looking at homes, which I think is really important. So realestateagentsitrust.com is the place to go. The name kind of says it all. Go to realestateagentsitrust.com. That's realestateagentsitrust.com.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
That they allowed Richard Grinnell to speak that long. He what was that, a minute 36 without being interrupted?
On Fox News.
Fox has had a habit lately of cutting people off. In fact, when they cut away yesterday from the Trump campaign press conference where they were talking about some of the irregularities. Here's what happened on Fox News.
What's been going on in some states, notably Pennsylvania, with the vote count. Let's listen in.
One party in America that opposes verifying signatures, citizenship, residency, eligibility. There is only one party in America trying to keep observers out of the count room. And that party, my friends, is the Democrat Party. You don't take these positions because you want an honest election. You don't oppose an audit of the vote because you want an accurate count. You don't oppose our efforts at sunlight and transparency because you have nothing to hide. You take these positions because you are welcoming fraud and you are welcoming illegal voting. Our position is clear. We want to protect the franchise of the American people. We want an honest, accurate, lawful count. We want maximum sunlight. We want maximum transparency. We want every legal vote to be counted, and we want every illegal vote to be...
I just think we have to be very clear. She's charging, the other side is welcoming fraud and welcoming illegal voting. Unless she has more details to back that up, I can't in good countenance continue showing you this. I want to make sure that maybe they do have something to back that up, but that's an explosive charge to make, that the other side is effectively rigging and cheating. If she does bring proof of that, of course, we'll take you back. So far, she has started saying
is unbelievable.
Right at the outset,
that is
welcoming fraud, welcoming illegal voting.
Believable.
Not so fast. A little more.
Wow. Wow.
You liking that?
Yeah, I love that. That's Neil Cavuto.
Neil.
Unbelievable. First of all, she was saying that they don't want these counts to happen because they don't want the transparency. She wasn't saying that anything about the other side necessarily, except for what they've been saying about this process. She was making the argument that they don't want any of what the Trump campaign is doing to go forward.
That's a weird place to cut away, man.
It is. It is a weird place to cut away.
I wonder how many times.
Unbelievable.
And I'm sure someone is looking into how many times they've let Democrats just spew.
Oh, my gosh.
Okay, well, look, Nancy Pelosi obviously calling the president a domestic terrorist. We're just not going to entertain that.
I've never seen it happen.
Right.
Never seen it happen on Fox News or anywhere else. Certainly nowhere else. Well, I mean, we have proof of what she was saying. She was saying they don't want this done. And they don't.
No, they're saying time to concede, man.
Right. They're trying to get them to stop.
Right.
And what she is saying there is we want every vote counted, every legal vote counted. Every legal vote. We want it counted.
I love that. And his last thing that Cavuto said was, not so fast. Oh, wait. Did you say that to your decision desk on election night when they called Virginia at 7:05 p.m. Eastern?
Arizona? Just a short time later?
Not so fast. Come on, Neil. You're better than that. Boy.
That's bizarre. Wow. Talk about... I don't know. What are you trying to do? Put on some show for the left? That all of a sudden now we're this objective station with we've got no bent at all. We've got no lean here on Fox News.
Yeah, somebody posted the ratings for Fox News in the past week, and obviously you're going to have an election week bump, right, leading up to this big 4-year event. And in the time since the election, though, many of their day parts are below MSNBC and CNN as far as audience draw. It is fascinating what is happening over there. They are bleeding audience.
Yeah, I mean, I know a lot of people are just done with them. Just done based on their performance lately. It's bizarre what they're doing. Really bizarre. This is not who they've ever been. I mean, the balance with Fox News really is multifaceted, but the biggest balance that is Fox News is that they're the balance of conservatism against all the other media. They're balancing out everybody else. We should have one conservative outlet. We should. Well, we do. OANN, and Newsmax. You know, there's a couple of places you can go.
Oh, there's a place called The Blaze that comes to mind as well.
The Blaze.
You've heard of this? No?
Huh.
Oh, man.
Is it what's on the wall right there?
Oh, my goodness.
I just noticed that.
That's ironic. Blaze
TV?
I really like their morning guy, Pat Gray Unleashed.
Really?
Good stuff.
Yeah,
Good stuff.
I heard he's a genius.
You heard that?
I heard that,
Where did you hear that?
I don't know.
No. I want to know where this opinion.
No, I don't remember. It's just a lot of people say
I want to know where that hot take came from.
A lot of people
Pat
say
Gray's
it.
a genius.
A lot of people have said it. And so...
And then they sniffed right after. You're like, wow.
No, they don't.
Rona?
I just did.
Oh, you just...
Yeah.
You got the Rona again or something. I don't
something.
know. Okay. But Fox News, know your audience, right? I mean, it's not like... We're not asking you to defend President Trump eating babies in the Oval Office. Right. We're saying, can we count the votes? Really? That's the hill you're gonna...
Whoa!
Cut away!
Whoa!
Cut away! No!
Whoa!
Right? Not so fast.
I will not have her saying things about the election. I won't. I won't do it.
This is the hill you're gonna die on, Fox.
That's unbelievable.
Don't count the votes.
What happened to Neil Cavuto? Man,
Right.
that is unbelievable.
Well, and it's everywhere over there now.
Yeah. Well, Sandra Smith on a hot mic with...
Oh, is that her name?
Yeah.
Seriously, I have no idea what her name is before this clip.
Sandra Smith. Here she is.
Over whoever is decided to be the president. Remember, just because CNN says, or even Fox News says that somebody's president doesn't make them president. So I think everybody wants to know that this was done properly and legally.
What is happening? Like, Trace, we've called it.
And I think we have to look into every one of these concerns.
So
and I think Kayleigh makes a very good point.
She's not pause it for a second. She doesn't know she's on camera?
Yeah, she doesn't know she's on camera. She doesn't know her microphone's on. I mean, it's like her first day or something.
What? Trace, we called it.
Trace, we've called it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the phrase
that's
that
what
pays.
That's what she's saying. That doesn't...
Trace.
You're not the be-all and end-all.
We've called it.
How dare she challenge our call? What? That's great. Play that again. That's fun. That's just fun. She is indignant, man.
So her guest is saying, just because CNN and Fox says so.
Is decided to be the president. Remember, just because CNN says, or even Fox News says that somebody's president doesn't make them president. So I think everybody wants to know that this was done properly and legally.
What is happening? Like, Trace, we've called it.
And I think we have to look into every one of these
which means
concerns.
that is the way it is.
That's it.
And I think Kayleigh makes a very good point there, Steve. You know,
somebody finally told her, Puddin', your mic is on. You're on camera, Punkin.
I love that. And she's like looking down.
Oh, yeah.
And then she looks up and she's like, she makes a who farted face. What in the world? What is happening over there?
Those are great moments at Fox News. What? How dare you challenge us? How dare you challenge our call? Of course, when we say they're president, that's it. They're president. If we make the call, Trace, back me up on this.
We called it. What is this woman saying? Did the producers not tell her that Fox News called this already?
Very strange. Very, very strange.
What is up over there, man? I want to see the memos have been going out for the last 3 weeks.
I'll say this. Rupert Murdoch's sons are not conservatives. And so they might be winning the battle now. Maybe they're winning the battle and maybe they're having an influence. I don't know. I don't know what's going on because I haven't seen these characters act this way before.
That's what I'm saying. Where's the memo? I gotta see this memo. Somebody find it because it's out there.
Unless they're just pissed off. They finally had it with Trump bashing their network. Maybe that's what it was. I don't know. But I mean, he did it pretty regularly, actually. He was going after Fox's polls all the time because Fox News polls were not friendly to him. And of course, maybe the vote wasn't either. I don't know. We'll see. But very strange goings on at Fox News. Yeah, so there are some alternatives, like what's up on the wall here? Blaze TV.
Yeah, that's Blaze TV.
Blaze TV. It's not Blaze, right? It's Blaze.
Yeah, it's Blaze TV.
Blaze TV.
And you can subscribe now at blazetv.com/Pat. Offer code Pat for a big discount. You also just go to Pluto TV channel 238 and check us out there.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Good advice, Keith. It's good, solid advice. I like it.
Yeah, because the morning show host guy.
I've heard he's a genius. That's what people say. People say he's a genius. Who am I to argue with him? I mean, nobody. I'm nobody. I can't argue with him.
Mm-hmm.
They say he's a genius. Must be true. Am I right?
Where's the sniff? Oh, no sniff. Okay.
Okay. So Biden party goers. You know, the people who are going out in the streets and they were celebrating and dancing and having a great time because Joe Biden won the election. This might interest you a little bit. Here's what one of them had to say about being at the party.
How much do they pay you? $400 to be out here? For how long? 4 hours? All right, thank you. Take it easy, man. Take it easy, man. Thanks for being honest, man.
Thanks for being honest, man. What?
So the guy claimed he was being paid
$400 to be out there for 4 hours.
$100 an hour to go party. I mean, for Biden.
George Soros has deep pockets. Let's be honest here.
I mean, what is this? Iran?
Right?
Jeez. If that's true, that's unbelievable.
Yeah, you don't have to pay people. I mean, people are excited about Joe Biden. I mean, he's got over 71 million votes. Obviously, they're just chomping at the bit to get out there and party.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
So
$400 an hour. I mean, could the guy have lied?
$100 an hour, yeah.
Oh, yeah, $400 for 4 hours.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Who's going around to people in the neighborhood and saying, "Hey, you want to come party we'll give you $100 an hour."
Whoa.
Well, who's not going to do that? $100 an hour. Okay.
Sign me up.
All right. I'll go party in the street and pretend to be for Biden. Whatever.
So I saw this. I have not vetted this, so my apologies. But eligible voters, percentage-wise, that voted in 2008 in America, 57% of the eligible voters. 2012, 54.9. 2016, 60.1. Now, the largest turnout in the past century in the United States, eligible voters that voted, 63% voted in 1960. That was a big one, right? Nixon and Kennedy. So
it was only 63%.
Right. So what was the 2020 turnout? Again, I have not vetted this. I should look this up, obviously, as a producer would be.
I'm going to say 65.
75%.
75%?
Yeah. Let's see.
Wow. That's a good turnout, though. I mean, if 63 is the highest in the last 100 years, 75 is a great turnout.
Well, yeah. When the dead are voting. Again, I don't know this for a fact. Somebody posted this fact and I read it as gospel truth. Let's see.
I heard it was the highest turnout since 1908. That's what I read. And, it's kind of disappointing that the highest turnout since 1908 is 75%. We should be in the 90-95% range. This is the United States of America.
You got to give it time.
Give it time.
You give it time.
Really?
I mean, more people are going to die. You're going to find people that have moved.
It is interesting how the dead vote more readily than the living, isn't it? It's a real tribute to them.
They're dedicated. They're dedicated.
They're dedicated.
Oh, yes.
Get it?
Yes.
See what we did there?
We stumbled into that one, didn't
Alrighty.
we? We don't even try. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, so...
So, lots more to get into. We haven't even scratched the surface here. 888-933-93. Also at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. Okay, we're getting about 20 different numbers for the amount of people who voted, the percentage of people that voted this time. New York Times says right now it's 62%, but that'll change because there's more votes to be counted. Newsweek says that 67% of eligible voters voted, which is far more than registered voters. Eligible voters, that's amazing. There's 239 people of voting age that can, who aren't felons. Okay, 239 million could vote. Now, how many of those are registered, though? I'll bet it is 75% of registered voters.
Took part in the election.
Yeah, took part, which is pretty impressive.
Well,
got some tweets here. I mean, it could be better. Okay. For sure. But, I mean, it's impressive given what we've done lately.
And it's probably worse, actually.
Yeah.
You take out the dead, decayed voters.
True. Yes. Let's see. Duck of Death tweets, the world awaits. Has Cardinal Joe Tobin called the race winner yet?
See?
No, I don't think so. I don't think he has. Yeah. Party like it's 1861. Crossing a frozen river with that many people in a small boat seems too dangerous. What if a boat should happen to capsize? Tip over and capsize tweets.
Wait.
Upon the frozen river of the... what were we doing that night? On the frozen waters of the Delaware River, the warriors gathered in the canoe or boat of some kind.
Wait,
it's essentially
that's it?
About it, yeah.
But the field general, George Washington, didn't lead them down the river?
Yeah, he did. All right. The field general George Washington led them to the other side of the frozen river, where they attacked the sleeping Hessians on Christmas night.
Yeah, I'm feeding you.
What was it you were trying to get me to say?
Deep into the Hessians' backfield, and the warriors gouged their eyes out. I don't know, man. That's your bag.
How brutal do we want to get it? This early in the morning. I mean, we could talk about the mayhem that occurred afterwards, but
the confusion in the Hessian backfield.
From Daniel Lowry, Pat Gray on 109.9 The Frog is way more reliable than Neil Cavuto on Fox.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Mm-hmm. That's exactly right. Wow. Also, this is kind of fun. To Catch a Predator with Chris Hansen.
Yeah.
Apparently caught hold of Joe Biden.
Oh, no. Busted, huh?
Recent episode.
Oh, well then.
Yeah. Here's what happened.
So you brought condoms. What else did you bring?
Look, this is not, but that they.
And then you sent these pictures.
I don't. Anyway, I don't believe there's anybody out there believes that I have anything other than consistent interest in making sure every child has. These are all our children.
You talk about taking her out to buy sexy bras and panties and thongs.
When I ask him about his obscene screen name, he starts to laugh.
Well,
you think this is funny?
You know, I'm just not going to go there. If we keep doing that, that's, I mean...
There's something I got to tell you. I'm Chris Hansen, and I work for a show called Dateline NBC.
Oh, come on, man.
Come on.
I love when people do this stuff.
Come on, man. Come on.
That was creative.
You're talking about the vice president, the president-elect of this country.
Fox News, is that you?
Yeah. Yeah, okay, we declared it, all right? We declared it.
Yeah.
I got that from Sandra Smith. She said, we declared it. And that carried some weight.
Yeah,
that was powerful when she told us that.
We called it.
Shut up.
And your point.
Don't care what you call, man.
Yeah, it's not an election until the states certify it. That's when we've got ourselves a winner.
Well, yeah.
And then the electors. Mm-hmm. You know, that's a big time.
December 14th is actually election day in America this year.
Which is weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird when you think about it.
It's very weird, but the founders who crossed the frozen tundra of the Delaware River,
right?
They are they're smarter than me, that's for sure.
in their sleep.
That really didn't hold. I mean, that was kind of the bar's kind of low
when
there.
When they died, they were smarter than you. Now that they're dead, they're smarter than you.
No, I got it. I got it.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
And they're probably still voting, too.
Some of them, maybe using their maiden names and whatnot. The GOP, using Chuck Schumer's words, kind of as an ad to hold the Senate. Take a look at this.
Democrats want to change America.
Now we take Georgia. Then we change America. Packing the courts, socialized medicine, raising taxes, taking away your freedom,
defunding police.
Fight back. Chip in now.
Wow. There you go. A lot on the line,
good.
Georgia.
Pretty good.
Don't screw this up. Oh, no. Wait. We're depending on Georgia?
Yeah. It's a little scary. Supposedly, Biden won Georgia. So, I mean, I don't have a ton of confidence in Georgia.
Says everybody that's followed anything in Georgia ever.
Yeah.
It's not just limited to sports teams. You're welcome for Jimmy Carter, too.
Almost forgot about that. And that was an egregious sin. From Georgia.
You know what, though?
Giving us that peanut farmer.
Yeah, but you know what? Without that peanut farmer, there's a chance we don't get Ronald Reagan. So I guess Georgia can take a bow.
That's
in
true.
A roundabout way.
Let me tell you about my Patriot Supply. Things can go south in a real quick hurry, as we've seen multiple times lately. And it could be just political unrest. It could be the rioting, the looting. It could be a pandemic. It could be a natural disaster. There are so many things that can disrupt the supply chain. And then food isn't in the grocery stores. You just don't have a way to go restock. That's where my Patriot Supply comes in. If you order yourself, let's say you start with a 4-week supply of their nutritious meals. Now, you can go all the way up to a year supply or more if you want to. You can go a year supply for everybody in your family if you want. But just to get you started, at least start with a 4-week supply of their nutritious meals. A supply 2,000 calories a day, shipped fast and discreetly to your door. So just in case food starts to disappear off the shelves again, you are covered for a month. Go to mypatriotsupply.com. Get ready now. Don't be caught with your pants down and your shelves empty. mypatriotsupply.com.
It's Pat Gray Unleashed on the Blaze.
Okay, so we were just talking about where we are in this process, and the states have not certified the vote yet, so we don't have to start genuflecting to Joe Biden quite yet, or ever for that matter, since he is just a president, not a king. But we have election day. We have the ballots being counted. That's where we are right now.
Yeah, we're still counting the ballots in many states.
It's exactly where we are. Then the results will be certified. Then you got the Electoral College voting. And then one of the candidates wins a majority.
Yeah, we're quite early on in this process.
Right.
As you can see there. So
go ahead and let Joe Biden, if he wants to, start putting together his transition team. I don't care. Go ahead and do that. And then if Biden loses and the president maintains his presidency and has another term somehow through some amazing circumstance, well then, what have you lost? You just put together a transition team. So what?
This is a very big decision for the country. All right? And you never make a decision out of fear. I say that, purchase either. Don't make a major purchase either. But let's just say that all of this turns out and the recounts and everything and Trump wins, right? Mm-hmm. Predict the future for America. Again, you don't want to make a decision based on, okay, I don't want you guys to burn the whole country down, so we'll give you a president.
Yeah, you can't do that.
No.
You can't base it on that. I think there will be some problems, some serious problems. Yeah.
And what does the map look like after that?
Charred? It looks charred because a lot of cities are going to burn. Don't we all know that? I mean, seriously, I think we all know that if this election is overturned, if there is fraud that's discovered, and it's enough to overturn the election, they're going out in the streets. Antifa and all of these radical leftists are going out and rioting and looting. And that's what they do.
To quote Joe Biden, not joking, what happens to the country?
I don't know. You could go into civil war.
Easily. And a happy Tuesday to you. But seriously, if this process goes through and courts rule in favor of Trump, and before you know it, he's the one with 270 electoral votes. And
look, you've already had people dancing in the streets and celebrating.
Yeah.
The left telling us that they're never going to forgive our votes for Donald Trump, blah, 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 blah. Oh, no, how heartbreaking that is. If I don't have your forgiveness, man, is that going to change my life?
Right. They say,
hurts.
no, it's time to unite. Unite behind Joe Biden. Yesterday on Twitter, I called out the left on instantly mocking Ben Carson for contracting COVID. And my
so
goodness,
ugly.
Legion comes out of the woodwork and expresses themselves. They have no interest in coexisting with us.
They're evil. They're evil.
That's the word.
And they want people to die.
Yeah.
They want people to die.
They are fine with people like Ben Carson dying.
Absolutely.
Because they disagree with him and the administration he serves under.
Yep. And most of these airheads that responded to you, you look at their little photo on Twitter, and you see that they're young, I don't know.
Idiots?
Yeah, yes. Twitter influencers or YouTube influencers or just they don't know what they're talking about, and you know that they don't have any idea what Joe Biden stands for or what Donald Trump stood for.
Useful idiots.
Absolutely. They don't have any clue as to what's going on in this world. If you were to ask them, whose policy is this? Who said these words? They wouldn't have any idea. Absolutely no idea. And if you were to tell them the quotes from Joe Biden, that if you don't vote for me, you ain't black. Unlike blacks, Hispanics are a really diverse group of people. They would absolutely attribute all of those things to Donald Trump instead of Joe Biden, who's the person who said them.
Yeah, because they
have no idea.
Motivation is to hate Trump. That's it. It's like a wind-up robot, when you were a kid, and it would just march straight. Boom. Hate Trump, straight line. Oh, wait, there's some outside influence. There's something I need to consider. Nope. I'm going to march in a straight line toward hate Trump at all costs.
And what a surprise it's going to be to these people when he ends the Trump tax cuts and their taxes go up. Surprise! Yeah, you got the tax cut too. That's why you're getting less in your check now, because he eliminated the Trump tax cuts, and everybody got a tax cut. So you just got a tax increase. Congratulations.
Nah, those idiots won't put two and two together. They'll thank Joe Biden for increasing their tax refund.
Yeah.
Remember, they're blaming Trump for a smaller. I was counting on that refund check. Your paychecks have been bigger for the last year, dummy. There's no. It's impossible to have a conversation about anything with the other side at this point.
Yeah, it is. It is, because they're just butt stupid.
So just imagine.
They're butt stupid.
Just imagine December 14th rolling around. In that world, Trump ends up with 270 electoral votes. Uh-oh. Whoops.
Can you imagine? I mean, all hell will break loose. If that happened,
it will not be a Merry Christmas in America.
No, I mean, I don't expect it to happen. But if it did happen, all hell would break loose. We've got some statewide mask mandates.
Oh, yeah. Put this together for everyone.
Throughout the country.
Yeah. So
there are some states without them, though.
Yeah. So I colored in this list based on AARP sent out this thing saying, here's where the mask mandates are.
Okay, so the blue, I'm assuming, are where the mask mandates are?
Correct.
And the red are states that have refused to issue mandates.
Right, but there are still cities and municipalities within those red states that, on occasion, have those ordinances.
Interesting that Texas, we do have the mandate.
Yeah. I love how Abbott tries to make it sound like, oh, it's on the counties. Oh, it's on the counties. You know, if you have a certain percentage, then the judges in the counties have to order it. Oh, shut up. Without your proclamation, they wouldn't have that authority.
Right. Ugh. Now, when Biden gets in office, what are the odds it's going to be nationwide?
I should have just painted a blue map for everyone.
Yeah.
100% blue.
It's going to be nationwide. You know it is.
I mean, seriously, try it.
Even though apparently the crisis is over, as we mentioned yesterday, CNN took down all of their COVID information. They always had the COVID numbers up in the right-hand part of the screen, and it was there 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, show you how many infections, how many deaths. United States, how many infections, how many deaths in the world. And it was there the whole time. Magically, it just disappeared yesterday. Huh.
That's pretty cool.
That's
right?
amazing. I guess it's done. We're done. We're done.
I know. So, like, in the one breath, they're saying record infections for a 5th straight day in America.
All right. And on the other hand, they took down all the information.
Why are you taking down the information? I thought it was important that we know this.
Right. I thought that was to show us how serious the situation is. And so you had that constant reminder. Now we know it was only to make Donald Trump look bad because it's completely gone now, in spite of the fact that we have the record numbers. Huh. Blatant? Obvious that you're just an arm of the Biden campaign? Yeah. And I guess they just don't care at this point. They just don't care how obvious and blatant that was. Because down it went. Oh, wait, it's back. Oh, it is back now. Huh.
Okay, make up your mind.
Yeah.
Is it serious
Look
or
at
not?
that. I guess it's serious again.
It's serious again. Okay.
Or did they get so much flack yesterday from people saying?
Oh, wait. It's serious again because Trump hasn't conceded yet.
Perhaps. We'll see. 888-900-3393. Also, at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. Petty Officer America tweets, I stopped watching Fox News the day Chris Wallace admitted they fixed the Republican nomination process.
Wait, what?
Huh?
Did they?
Did they? Yeah, I don't remember that, but Trump over Cruz for ratings and money. Huh. JL Phil tweets, if I was a red state, I would pass laws preventing news outlets from reporting anything until votes have been certified. It would be a while.
That's a First Amendment
would be
issue there.
Vicky Johnston, what, a civil war with Georgia burning after a bad decision? Who'd ever believe that could happen in our country?
Okay. Okay.
Caffeinated Texan, it's a scary world when utterly ignorant people are called influencers.
Oh, I hate that word.
I know. And yet, here we are. It's really great. Isn't it? It's great.
Not the word I would...
Really wonderful place.
Not top of mind.
I love the fact that CNN's got the COVID numbers back up. I'll bet you somebody said, wait, this is too obvious. This is, even for us, this is too obvious to take those down. Because all day yesterday, those were gone. Up until this morning, like when I was just talking about it and glanced over and wait, oh, it's back.
It wasn't up
that's
earlier
interesting.
today.
No, it was not. That's interesting. And also yesterday we found out that Pfizer now says their vaccine is 90% effective. 90% effective. After hearing, there's not going to be any vaccine until the middle of next year. And even then, you're still going to have to wear your mask because they'll only be 30 or 40% effective. We don't expect them to be very effective at all. And now Pfizer is saying 90%. Huh. It's amazing what a difference the election made, isn't it? Pfizer's also saying that they were not part of Operation Warp Speed. Okay. They developed the vaccine, though, with the German drug maker BioNTech. Released only sparse details from its clinical trial based on the first formal review of the data by an outside panel of experts. The company said the analysis found that the vaccine was more than 90% effective in preventing the disease among trial volunteers who had no evidence of prior coronavirus infection. If the results hold up, that level of protection would put it on par with highly effective childhood vaccines for diseases such as measles. No serious safety concerns have been observed, according to the company. That is fantastic news. I mean, we could eliminate it. Measles is virtually eliminated from the earth. I mean, we don't even worry about measles anymore. If a measles case pops up, like 3 people, it's like considered a serious infection now.
I wonder if closing your borders would help with measles infection outbreaks.
You think?
Oh, I do.
Yeah, and several countries have done that with, COVID-19 and closed their borders. Like, who was it that just eliminated it completely? Was it Australia?
I think New Zealand,
Australia or New Zealand. One of them just recently had 0 infections on a daily basis for several days in a row. And that was the first time. And so they effectively eliminated it from the country. But they took incredible measures. Like, they didn't let anybody come. They stopped all travel to the country, and I think only residents could fly back to the country, and then they had to be quarantined. And so, yeah, if you're going to take draconian measures like that, you can shut down the virus.
So, temperature check, pun intended. Where are you on the vaccine right now? From the
whether I
latest
take
news?
it?
Yeah.
If it's 90% effective, I think I'd take it.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's good. I hope that we have that opportunity to make that choice for ourselves.
Yes, I do too. Now, if they mandate it, then I don't want to take it.
But let me ask you this. If that doesn't change the efficacy of the vaccine, why is it just a principle thing?
Yeah,
like, I'm not going to be told what to do?
Yes.
But if they say, hey, it's available, you can get it if you want, then you'll get it.
Then if I decide to, then I will.
You're more suspicious of it if the government says you have to. Huh.
Yes. If the government is mandating it, then yeah, I'm suspicious of it.
Okay, so what if government mandates it for, like, let's just say the state of Texas says you want to renew your driver's license, you got to get the COVID.
I don't know. That's a tough one. Well, because I have to drive.
Yeah.
So
all I know
that's how they
is
get you, right?
If
you want to go to work, you got to get the vaccine. If you want to go to a grocery store, you got to get the vaccine. They will do that.
Yeah,
they will.
Yeah.
Do that, especially if Biden is in office.
You want to travel? You want to? Because remember, he already said he would mandate
better get
masks
the vaccine
on all federal transportation. That's your trains, okay, whatever. That's your highways, really, in my car. That's your flights on airlines. That's what that is. So good luck with that. I just know that right now, as it stands, I am legal to drive in the state of Texas until the year 2025.
What was the sniff for?
That's just when my license expires, and if there's some sort of requirement with a vaccine after that, then I will be pulling a Jeffy, as in breaking the law on a daily basis.
Oh wow! And then when you get caught, you'll go to jail. You're okay with that?
As Nana has said before, it's only illegal if you get caught.
Nana said that, huh?
Nana said that.
Yeah, she's a rebel, man.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to Courtney in South Carolina. Courtney, you're on the Blaze. Hi.
Hi. I have a few comments. One, isn't it odd that there were no House ballots filled out except for the presidency? And I wonder if that is because the Democrats and the Republicans had a deal saying we won't fill out these blank ballots for this House or the Senate if you guys just shut your mouth. Number 3, isn't it weird that on Fox News they shut down Newt Gingrich on talking about Soros, and then not long after they're starting all this other stuff going on with Fox News now?
Yeah, it is kind of. Yeah, now that you mention it, yes, it is. Thanks a lot, Courtney. Interesting questions to ponder. Yeah, you remember the discussion with Newt Gingrich?
I do.
He's talking about George Soros funding all the unrest. Whoa, wait, I'm going to have to stop you right there. Why? Because you got no evidence of that. Yeah, I really do. No, we're not going to talk about that. Huh. Oh, okay. Yeah, that was a weird situation, too. And then for them to just shut everything down when they're talking about, the election results, that was I don't think I've ever seen that before. I've never seen anything quite like that.
I mean, that's something you would expect on like on a MSNBC or CNN, right?
Yeah.
All right, we're going to cut away here. Conspiracy theories at the podium there at the White House briefing room. Yeah, I mean, that's...
Yeah, amazing.
But yet it was Fox News.
Isaac in Texas, you're on the Blaze.
Hey, I wanted to make the point that in Pennsylvania, I think the vote still could shift only because Justice Alito issued that order to stop the votes and segregate the vote count post 11 p.m. or whatever it was on election night, where the president led by 650,000 votes, and now he's behind by 40,000. So
yeah,
while I'm starting from the premise that most likely Joe Biden is the president and that's not going to be overturned, if it's overturned, it will only be overturned in that state because there's beyond a reasonable shadow of a doubt that there was massive fraud in that state, which is going to trigger recounts in Michigan, in Wisconsin, in Georgia, and Nevada, all these states that were close where most of them Trump was leading. So again, I'm starting from the premise that Joe Biden is most likely the president, but if Pennsylvania is overturned, it's going to trigger recounts in 4 or 5 other states and put 50 votes back in play.
Yeah, probably true. Appreciate it. Thanks, Isaac. And I hope it happens. I want to see it happen. You know what was interesting to me, though? I didn't realize that a single Supreme Court justice could go to a state and say, what you just did was unconstitutional. Stop it. Did you know they could do that? Like Alito just did? Sam Alito just went to Pennsylvania and said, stop counting the votes that came in on the 4th and afterwards.
Yeah, I don't know how that works, but they came to him, right? So, like, didn't the GOP in Pennsylvania go to the Supreme Court? I don't know how it ended up in his lap.
And then he had to tell him twice. They wouldn't stop it after he said it the first time. And so he had to go back and tell him again to finally get him to do what he said. Just a really interesting, amazing occurrence that I can't remember ever having seen in the past. I mean, we're seeing a lot of things, I think, right now that we've never seen before.
And what a fun year it is, right?
Yeah, it's a fun year. And we'll see if it continues to be fun. Let me tell you about Keeps. Have you noticed that your hair isn't looking as full as it used to? You noticing that, Keith?
What are you doing?
Because I've noticed that myself.
Have you noticed that?
I have, yeah, and I don't like it.
Oh.
And
you're talking about you now?
Yeah, I'm talking about me.
Oh, I thought we were still talking about me.
No, I mean you. I think you're pretty comfortable with it. Yeah. I'm not. I'm just not comfortable.
You're not comfortable with my baldness?
Or mine.
Oh, okay.
Or mine. So there is something that anybody who is concerned about it, you can do something about it now. You don't have to just watch it all disappear from your head. You can go to keeps.com/Pat, answer a few questions, snap some pictures of your hair and post those. Then a licensed doctor reviews your information and will recommend the right hair loss treatment for you. Don't make unnecessary trips to the doctor and the drug stores when you can do it all from the comfort and privacy of your own home. And we can get you started here with a special deal. Go to KEEPS, keeps.com/Pat for 50% off your first order of Keeps hair loss treatment. Keeps.com/Pat. That's keeps.com/Pat. Got some tweets here. Lori D, Texas Lori D tweets, I'm ready to move to South Dakota. Christy be hot. Wait, what?
What does that mean? Christy be hot?
I'm not. Well, I think I know what that means.
Who's Christy?
Christy Nome, I'm going to assume. The governor of the state.
I'm not familiar.
And the answer is yes. But
okay.
But that's great that Lori D noticed.
That's a fun tweet.
That's good. Yeah, interesting. Okay. Dedicated Democrat voter, like dedicated Democrat voter. So it's not xenophobic for other countries to close their borders to potential threats. Huh. That's interesting. Is there a number of people can call? No, it's just plain hypocrisy.
Nothing to see here.
That, don't even look at it. Crystal from Apocalypse USA. So to be clear, the flu vaccine they've been creating for over a decade is 45% effective, and the COVID vaccine was just created. It's 90% effective. I call BS.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
No, I didn't even question it. 90%? Okay. Good.
Boy, they really got that done fast.
Yeah,
too.
they did, didn't they?
I'm a trust it.
Well, now they say they're not part of Warp Speed, so maybe they didn't get the billions of dollars from the government. I don't know. Pfizer is claiming they're not part of that.
Okay.
But a lot of other companies got literally billions and billions of dollars in order to make this happen.
Isn't that fun?
From the government. Marine Mom tweets, I agree with Courtney. I've wondered how this deep fraud goes on, how deep this fraud goes on both sides. Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably very deep. Probably deeper than we could ever possibly imagine. That kind of deepness.
Well, it may come out in court in the next few weeks.
We'll see. We shall see. From the World Economic Forum, we got some predictions for the year 2030.
Oh.
Things have been so wonderful in 2020 that you're thinking, wow, what goodies do we have to look forward to 10 years from now? Right? That's what's on your mind right now?
Yeah.
You're about to find out. Here we go.
Let's see what happens. 8 predictions.
You'll own nothing, and you'll be happy. Oh,
okay.
Whatever you want, you'll rent, and it'll be delivered by drone. U.S. won't be the world's leading superpower. Oh, good. That's great. That's great. Thank you. And a handful of countries will dominate.
Okay, I don't like where this is
You
going.
won't die waiting for an organ donor.
Oh, we just print them?
Oh, yeah. We won't transplant organs. We'll print new ones instead.
Okay. That's
You'll
fine.
eat much less meat. No, I won't.
No.
I predict I will not. An occasional treat, not a staple, for the good of the environment and our health.
Oh,
okay.
shut up.
1 billion people will be displaced by climate change.
Oh, here we go.
Shut
All
up.
right, this is out of hand.
We'll do a better job of welcoming and integrating refugees.
Okay.
Yay!
What are we doing here?
Polluters will have to pay and emit carbon dioxide.
If they,
there'll be a global price on carbon. This will help the fossil fuel. Oh, jeez, I can't take this.
You're right. What is?
You could be preparing to go to Mars.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Scientists will have worked out how to keep you healthy in space. The start of a journey to find alien life. All right. Western values will have been tested to the breaking point.
Oh, that's good.
already.
I can't wait to look for
That's already happened. Checks and balances that underpin our democracies must not be forgotten.
But wait, you just said the Western way of life.
We're not a democracy, so this doesn't apply to us.
Don't get hung up.
Like, comment, and share. Yeah,
okay,
no thank you.
Like, comment, and share.
I don't like it.
Yeah, that was...
that's my comment, and I'm not going to share it.
No.
Wow, that's ugly stuff. That's just stupid. Shut up.
Frightening.
It is. Yeah. We won't be a super. All the good news. You won't be a superpower. Climate change is going to displace billions of people. Shut up.
You're not going to own
ridiculous.
Stuff?
Okay. Thank you, commies.
I'm not going to own. I tell you what. If that means
comrade.
You're going to come and clear out my garage of all that crap out there, I might be on board. But really?
But no, you're not going to come get my TVs and stuff that are those.
No.
Mm-mm. I might be able to find my AR-15 at the bottom of the lake if that's about to happen.
What are the chances of that, though?
Really slim.
You can't. You don't even remember what lake you were on.
I don't.
When it happened.
That's the thing.
Was it an ocean? I don't know.
I don't remember. I know it was a big body of water. Could have been a really big lake.
Deep river?
Or an ocean, a deep, vast river. I don't know, a creek of some sort. I don't know where I was. I forget.
It's hard to remember.
It is. It is. I had a head injury in the meantime, so I don't remember a lot of it.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's not good.
Not good at all. But what are you going to do? What are you going to do? What is an alumnix? Any ideas on what an alumnix must be?
An alumnux?
Alumnix.
Oh.
One of the higher education's newest social justice terms.
All right, enough.
Colleges across the country are now using the term alumnix instead of alumni.
No.
The goal of the X is to neutralize the word similar to the term Latinx. What?
Nobody uses that, and no one's going to use this.
Alumni is not gender specific.
Okay,
is
says
it?
You, patriarchy.
Alumni can be you're an alumnus of of a college. That doesn't mean you're a man or a woman.
Okay, I prefer alumnix. Okay.
Okay, why?
It's a safe space for me.
All right.
So, Again, force feed us these words. Change our culture, change our language, change our history. Nah, I'm going to say no.
Get into this a little deeper in a few minutes. We got to go back to Chris. Chris in Kentucky is about to explain to us, maybe you've heard this term, Benford's Law. Twitter is banning people who are saying Benford's Law has been broken.
I mean,
by the Biden vote.
The silencing on Twitter is
incredible.
So many
it's
people
incredible.
Running to Parler now because Twitter has lost their ever-loving minds.
And we got to do the same. All right, Chris. Hi, you're on the Blaze.
Good morning, Pat.
Morning.
I really don't care how you're doing, but let's move forward. So we're going to talk about, I got educated on this last week when somebody dropped this in my lap because we had been working on the Bevin-Bashir thing last year. And this is a little bit of forensic data analytics. And let me just tell you that Benford's Law, this was discovered by a guy over 100 years ago with no computers, no calculators. It was before calculators when they had to run, really complex numbers with logarithmic tables. Anyway.
Okay. And I'm guessing his name was Benford?
You've got, that was really well done, Pat.
Right?
How did you do that? How did you do that, man?
Yeah, I don't know. It's just who I am,
Anyway,
Mhm.
so I mean, it's a natural law because we count in base 10. It's one of these natural things like pi or like the Fibonacci numbers, things that when things happen naturally, they will comply, right?
Okay.
And when you consider things like populations, economics, things that happen because there's, whether it's money or whether it's people, they occur naturally. They found that it conforms. Now, the law was used to take down Enron, for example. It's used in accounting forensics, embezzling. There are people sitting in jail today because of Benford's Law. And if Twitter wants to get with it, maybe these people sitting in jail can sue Twitter for their incarceration.
Can you briefly explain what it states though? What is Benford's Law? What is the gist of it?
Is because we count in base 10 that the number 1 appears 30% more than number 2, which appears, I forget the exact numbers, 20% more than 3, and then 4, and it goes down in this.
So the higher the number, the less chance it is to occur, right? Like 9 doesn't show up at the beginning of a lot of numbers.
Correct. Because when you get to 100, then you start with more ones again, and when you get to 1,000, you get more ones again, and you get to 100,000, you get. And it's more accurate with the greater the data set, right? So small data sets, it's not going to be nearly as accurate. Greater data sets, it's going to be far more accurate. And it has to be naturally occurring numbers. So if you have a random number generator on a computer, for example, and you run numbers for an hour and then you run Benford's Law, it's just going to look like a bumpy straight line, right?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So anyway, I started to take some pretty serious interest in this, not only because of what's happening with the presidential election, but what we went through in Kentucky, because a lot of people had called Kentucky a bit of a dry run, but let's keep going on the Benford's Law. So, I began to look at a guy who ran these numbers on Fulton County, Georgia, in Milwaukee, in Chicago, of all places, and around the country. Mm-hmm. And sure enough, look who blows the curve but Biden. And Milwaukee County is probably the most egregious one that this guy posted. And then there was another one in, I think Pittsburgh is the next one that's, in Chicago. He blows it in Chicago, which, we don't need Illinois. We weren't expecting Illinois. But when you start to consider how these things happen, you could construe that Chicago might be a hotbed for
cheating.
People making up numbers. Mm-hmm. Right. So, I started looking at it in Kentucky just out of curiosity, and I ran it in the entire Jefferson County against Bashir, Bevin, and I used Daniel Cameron. And sure enough, who blew the law was Bashir. And we're looking into that. But what was interesting for our group was we did a hand recount of 25 precincts. I actually did it myself. And we started finding these really strange things, and we still have not gotten answers on it. For example.
Okay, hang on a second. Okay, we got to take a break. I don't want to cut you off, though. Hang on a second, and we'll get right back to this. It's interesting. You think there might have been some tomfoolery with Beshear beating Matt Bevin? Glint pay. This is a really cool idea that I can't believe hasn't happened before now. Glint has made gold a real alternative currency. This is fantastic. If you're concerned about the dollar, and who isn't, the dollar devaluing, let's see, how could that happen? Let's see, if they're printing trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars every single year, I wonder what happens to my money, since it's not based in anything. GlintPay has a great system where you buy and save gold at really low cost. There's only a 0.5% fee on all purchases of gold of any size. And then you keep it in an account. And the actual gold itself is kept in a vault in Switzerland, so it's super safe. And it won't devalue. And you can actually get a Glint card, a MasterCard, and your purchases are based on the gold that's in your account.
Oh.
Rather than based on the dollar, which is based on nothing. So essentially what you've done is you've gone to the gold standard in your own personal life. It's pretty awesome. It's super safe. It's really simple. It's reliable. It's the super reasonable fees, as I mentioned. Real gold, real money, and it's real easy. The Glint card, it's issued by Sutton Bank, member FDIC, pursuant to license from MasterCard International, and FDI insured up to $250,000. GlintPay.com/gray. Go there today and do this. GlintPay.com/gray.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.
All right, Chris in Kentucky was explaining Benford's law to us. Can you pick up where you left off, Chris?
All right, yeah, and as I'm sitting here, I'm saying, well, let me give you some easy references and what pops up when you look at Benford's law. But Fraud Magazine does Benford's law made easy. Khan Academy, if anybody wants the easy cheat sheet. But seriously, I mean, there are entire books, white papers, and college courses on this. And it's, it's forensic data analytics, and it's a tool to shine a light, right?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And it's the first number. It's the frequency of the first number and figures that you count. Okay, so back to what we were talking about. And I want to have data geeks unite around the country. You can make these spreadsheets. You can find on YouTube how to create a Benford's Law spreadsheet. And start watching your own you have to do entire populous counties, but start watching and start letting people know you're watching. So anyway, so our group here in Kentucky, Americans for Election Integrity in Kentucky, we started to apply this to last year's Beshear Bevin election, and we found that Beshear popped the curve. And so, we had done a hand recount last year, and the findings included we had one precinct that had 70 physical ballots present. They were actually for Beshear, which was really interesting, but they were not counted. And we're still trying to find out the answer to that. We have zero answers. We've got open records requests for people, signing in on the voter log, but they swear that we have what was counted. So either somebody, I don't know, why is there a stack of Beshear ballots just sitting there? But what I feel in light of what we're learning, what was even more unusual, was every third precinct that we counted had a +1 Beshear vote with no matching ballot. And it was always a straight party vote missing. And the first time I counted it, I thought, okay, well, the copy machine stuck. And then the second, I thought, well, they got a really incompetent person copying this stuff. Then it occurred 7 times, but then it was every time +1 Beshear, and it was always a straight party vote. So then when you look at this Benford's Law, how he pops it there, it's in a populous city in the state, the most populous city in the state. It's in a not to point fingers, but it's in a blue rotten city in the state. Mm-hmm. And it's got a ton of precincts. And then I ran Daniel Cameron. I have to run everybody. We're going to run, AFEI Kentucky is going to run every election, every candidate that we can, just to see how things conform. Daniel Cameron conformed, Bevin conformed, Bashir pops the curve. So the thing that's interesting about the Biden race in Milwaukee County with this guy that ran it, you can look it up. It's like on GitHub or something like that. This is part of what people are being, censored for, just so you know.
Mm-hmm.
But he ran every presidential candidate in Milwaukee County, and everybody conforms except Biden, and he's got this big camel hump, And so listen, by itself, it doesn't prove anything, but it's a light, right? It shines a light on, like, look here. So, I mean
it doesn't necessarily mean that there was fraud, right? But
correct.
It's just unusual, and it's a red flag.
It is a big red flag. Again, people are sitting in jail today. Enron was taken down with this law.
That's weird. I mean, we were in Houston at that time. I don't remember anybody saying anything about the Benford law.
No, I never heard of it. Listen, I ramped up on the knowledge of this last week, Thursday afternoon. But again, and you know what? This is another thing that really bugs me is Wikipedia. Now, granted, it's not my first source for anything, but Wikipedia, if people were reading about Benford's law last week, there was a section on Wikipedia about how it can be applied for election fraud. Well, what was it? The night before last, was it Sunday night? Somebody writes a blurb, and that whole thing's taken off of Wikipedia.
Interesting.
I've got the snippet if anybody wants to see.
All right.
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah. So there you go. But it's an eye opener, and I just again, Data Geeks Unite. Build this thing in your if you're interested, learn about it, build it, and just start watching, because I mean that's what we're going to have to do now in this country is we're going to have a lot of alert people.
Yeah, it's sad that we're going to have to do that, but it's true. Appreciate it. Thanks a lot, Chris.
Sure.
Yeah, because you like this. You like the United States of America to just function the way it's supposed to, right? We're kind of used to just, all right, we do an election and people count up the ballots and that's who wins. Okay, they won. It's not like that anymore.
No.
We don't trust that anymore. And it's really sad. It really is.
Yeah,
and
sure
this
is.
Benford's law is so weird. If Enron was taken down by Benford's law, seriously, you were there at that point, right?
Yeah, I didn't hear that
Enron?
phrase.
And you never heard the name, ever.
No, all we got were Kayleigh speeches to his employees. No, we're doing great. Everything's perfect here at Enron.
There's no problem at all. I don't know anything about it.
By the way, I had to look up. She referenced a fraud magazine, which, lo and behold, there is a fraud magazine. And if you scroll down here, the proprietor is one Jeff Fisher. No, that's interesting that there's an actual magazine
never heard of that either.
All about fraud.
Okay.
So I don't know if they a publication of the Association of Certified Fraud Examiners. I was thinking maybe it was just going to teach us how to
commit fraud
and Jeffy scams.
Yeah, apparently not.
Okay.
Speaking of frauds, I like this article, this New York Times article about Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. They're asking her about a possible Senate run within the next couple of years. First of all, she's not even old enough to run for the Senate yet. But she says, I genuinely don't know. I don't know if I want to be in politics. Oh, please. Yes. Get out.
Get out.
Got out. For real, in the first 6 months of my term, I didn't even know if I was going to run for re-election this year. Oh, wow. It's the incoming. It's the stress. It's the violence. It's the lack of support from your own party. Your own party. What, the socialists? Because that's your own party, right? You're a Democratic socialist. So you're a fraud in the Democrat Party because you're not a Democrat. It's your own party thinking you're the enemy. And you are. If you're a socialist and you're in the Democrat Party, you're the enemy.
I'm sorry if that's an unpopular opinion now that you just shared, but it's true.
Just happens to be fact. When your own colleagues talk anonymously in the press and then turn around and say you're bad because you actually append your name to your opinion. I chose to run for re-election because I felt like I had to prove that this is real. that this movement was real, that I wasn't a fluke. And go run in some reasonable district then where you have a chance to lose. Because in the district she's in, there's no way she could lose. There's no way. The people really want guaranteed health care. And the people really want the Democratic Party to fight for them. But I'm serious when I tell people the odds of me running for higher office and the odds of me just going off trying to start a homestead somewhere, they're probably the same. Oh, please go home, start a homestead somewhere. Get out of our lives.
Go.
Like whatever, like or whatever, like just like.
Go bartend.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't care what she does. Just get out of office. That would be great. That would seriously be great. So, the less socialists we have in office, the better I think the United States of America will be.
So, wait a minute. Did she say there's a 50-50 chance she goes
homestead.
Or runs for higher office?
Yes.
So there's that doesn't preclude her from just continuing to run for
No, it sure doesn't.
This office.
And what do you want to bet? That's what she does.
That's a comfortable gig right there.
Surprise. I decided I'm going to run for the Senate. Yeah, that'll be stunning.
But what I'm saying is if she just hangs on to that congressional seat forever.
Yeah,
there's not much chance she's going to lose it.
No, there is not. Also, Joe Biden apparently going to transform the role of the First Lady. Yeah, into a Lady Macbeth sort of situation is what I see Jill Biden as. I see her as kind of Lady Macbeth.
Yeah?
Yeah. Where she's got so much ambition and drive that she doesn't care what's wrong with her husband. She couldn't care less. All she wants is for him in that position so that when he falters, she's right there.
Can we talk about the gaffes, First Lady?
No.
But your husband.
Don't even go there. You can't even go there.
So we can't go there?
No, you can't go there. Okay? Not after Donald Trump. You can't go there.
Okay. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
And Jake Tapper dutifully shut his mouth and went his merry way. Yeah, we can't talk about the gaffes. She knows what's wrong with him. She knows how desperate the situation is with him. She knows better than anybody else. She sees it every day. And she sees him off his meds. Mm-hmm. She knows what's going on with him. She doesn't care. She doesn't care. She doesn't care about him. She doesn't care about the country. She cares about her ambition. So now that Joe Biden has won the White House, his 69-year-old wife will have the opportunity to push the role of First Lady into the 21st century by keeping her full-time job as a professor. Most American women have both work life and family life, but First Ladies have never been allowed to do so, according to a history professor at Ohio University. Maybe the time has come, however, when more Americans will feel comfortable with the First Lady who isn't on call at the White House 24/7. How wonderful that will be. Of course, Biden, for years, has been a trusted advisor to her 77-year-old husband, who defeated incumbent. Yeah, well, we'll see if he actually defeated incumbent Donald Trump. As First Lady, she's expected to work on education issues and relaunch Joining Forces, a mission to rally around military families that she and Michelle Obama started in 2011. But she's also a professor, a mother, a grandmother, and the rock that kept Biden going after tragedy struck nearly 5 decades ago. Well, and she's the rock that kept him going despite the fact that he lost his noodle recently. Right. Good for her. Good for her.
I honestly have not seen Joe Biden's arms. Do we know if she's qualified for this role?
I don't remember seeing her arms, but we'll have to pay attention. We'll have to pay close attention.
That's a qualifier now, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right, let me tell you about Patriot Mobile. This week, we're waking up to this nightmare scenario that the left on the brink of controlling the future of this nation. Funded by corporations like Verizon, who took your hard-earned money and used it to put radicals in power. That's why it's so important that we stick together and support companies that share our values. That's why I'm proud to partner with Patriot Mobile, because they've never sent a penny to the left or to Planned Parenthood or anybody who seeks to shred our Constitution. You can switch with confidence to Patriot Mobile and know that you're going to get the same coverage because they all use the same network. All these smaller companies, they're on the larger providers' towers, and they charge you much less. and make switching really easy. You can keep your phone number, you can bring your own phone, or you can buy a new one, whatever you want to do. Just go to patriotmobile.com/Pat or call their U.S.-based customer service team, 972-PATRIOT. That's 972-PATRIOT. Veterans and first responders save even more, so make the switch today. Again, you get the same service. You get a lower price, and you get the values you believe in. Plus free activation right now and a special gift offer when you use the offer code PAT. PatriotMobile.com/Pat. PatriotMobile.com/Pat.
Beware. Pat Gray is unleashed.
This is breaking. System glitch has also been uncovered in Wisconsin. Reversal of swapped votes removes the lead.
Okay, so this is Gateway
from Joe Biden.
Gateway Pundit. They've been
reporting
following
this, though, right?
Yeah, So,
okay, they've reported on numerous events identified in the 2020 election already, which are being referred to as glitches by the Democrats.
All over the country.
That's a glitch.
Dominion voting systems.
Yeah, you know what happened was some Donald Trump votes switched, like, I don't know, 6,000 or 60,000.
But it's just a glitch. I mean,
600,000, whatever. It's a glitch.
I got you there, tinfoil.
It switched Trump votes to Biden. And it's just a little glitch. We fixed it. Don't worry about it. Did you? Did you? When this one is confirmed, it will result in a 19,500 vote gain for Trump, making Wisconsin's race
So they're saying that this glitch is going. Now that's what they're reporting, that this glitch is going to reverse 19,500 votes. Who knows? We'll see. We're going to have to watch. All I know is that Wisconsin is still technically counting. And I also know that Joe Biden leads by 20,000.
I mean, that puts it at 500.
Right. I mean,
that puts it at a 500 vote lead.
But here's the thing we're missing, okay?
Uh-huh.
Forget that Wisconsin and multiple other states are still counting. Forget all these glitches you're hearing about and possible overturning of votes, right? Forget all that.
Mm-hmm.
We've already called it, Trace.
Sandra Smith.
Yeah. Let's see that
need
again.
I remind you?
Yeah, play that one again.
Here's what she had to say.
Okay.
Over whoever is decided to be the president. Remember, just because CNN says, or even Fox News says that somebody's president doesn't make them president. So I think everybody wants to know that this was done properly and legally.
What is happening? Like, Trace, we've called it.
And I think we have to look into every one of these concerns.
No.
Yeah,
now they're telling her, hey,
and I think Kayleigh makes a very good
Trace,
point.
we've called it.
You're on the air, Pumpkin. You're on the air.
What?
So yeah. What?
So again,
Trace, we called it.
Right. They're still counting votes, multiple states.
Mm-hmm.
There's all these glitches.
Doesn't matter.
There's this report that
Fox News called it.
Right. It's over.
It's over. So shut up.
Right.
Shut up.
Mm-hmm.
Let's show the Neil Cavuto thing too, because that's astounding as well. That might even surprise me a little bit more, because I actually like Neil Cavuto.
Yeah, me too.
I basically don't know who Sandra Smith is.
I didn't even know her name for today.
Vote count. Let's listen in.
One party in America that opposes verifying signatures, citizenship, residency, eligibility.
Kayleigh
There is
McEnany.
only one party in America trying to keep observers out of the count room. And that party, my friends, is the Democrat Party. You don't take these positions because you want an honest election. You don't oppose an audit of the vote because you want an accurate count. You don't oppose our efforts at sunlight and transparency because you have nothing to hide. You take these positions because you are welcoming fraud and you are welcoming illegal voting. Our position is clear. We want to protect the franchise of the American people. We want an honest, accurate, lawful count. We want maximum sunlight. We want maximum transparency.
How dare you say all
We
this?
want every legal vote to be counted, and we want every illegal vote to
Whoa. I just think we have to be very clear. She's charging, the other side is welcoming fraud and welcoming illegal voting.
she really didn't
Unless she
say
has
that.
more details to back
Neil.
that up. I can't in good countenance continue showing you this. I want to make sure that
You
they
can't
do have
in
something
good
to back
countenance?
that up. But that's an explosive charge to make. The other side is effectively rigging and cheating. If she does bring proof of that, of course, we'll take you back. So far, she has started saying right at the outset, welcoming fraud, welcoming illegal voting.
No, that's really not what she said.
Not so fast, he says.
You can't, in good countenance. You know what countenance means, don't you? It's like
tell me.
A person's face or facial expression. It's not really what he thinks it means.
Wait.
You keep using that word. I don't think it means what you think it means.
I think there's alternate definitions. Yeah.
Yeah. With support.
Right.
Or admit as acceptable or possible. Maybe that's
what he was going for there.
He was reluctant to countenance the use of force. He's actually not using it accurately.
Okay, but I think the larger point remains.
The larger point remains.
That Fox News is in the bag, man.
She didn't say anything wrong there. She wasn't saying anything wrong. She was not actually accusing them, except of what they've said. They want the count to stop. They want Donald Trump to stop trying here. And they've made that very clear. And that's what she was going over. She's saying we're trying to put more sunlight on this, not less. And if you want to count all the votes, I thought that's what everybody said. We want the legal votes to count. Okay, well, that's what we're trying to do here. And then you stop her from saying that on your network? That's really something. What a strange interruption that was.
Not a winning strategy, Fox News. Check your ratings.
Yeah, no kidding. Check your audience. Do you not care about them anymore? I guess not.
That's gross.
Maybe that's because there's an asteroid coming, and it's going to smash into the Earth. Asteroid Apophis.
Oh, it has a name?
Mm-hmm. Asteroid Apophis.
Wow, we're finally giving them names.
It's speeding up from the sunlight.
Oh.
So scientists are recalculating the odds.
Wait, sunlight speeds up the asteroid?
Oh, yeah.
Sure. I didn't know that.
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay. So when's it going to get here? Tomorrow? Tomorrow? It's going to be here tomorrow.
The day after, probably. 2068. Okay, they expect it.
2068?
But they expect it to hit us in 2068. No, it's still in play, but the odds are they remain low. Okay, I'll be 108 in 2068.
Okay.
So I'm not sure.
Well, you'll be voting at least. We know that.
Astronomers say they'll have to keep an eye on the near-Earth asteroid Apophis to see how much of a danger the space rock poses to our planet during a close pass in 2068.
So many questions.
But don't panic. The chances of an impact still seem very low.
So hold on a second. We're naming asteroids that are almost half a century out.
Yeah.
Okay, but yet we're giving numbers and letters to ones that are closer, if we even see the ones that are closer,
right?
Until after they've already skirted us and passed us by.
Yeah, and the odds of it hitting us in 2068?
Yeah, what are they?
48 years from now?
Yeah.
1 in 150,000. Okay, I like those odds. Those are pretty good odds.
They are pretty good odds.
They're pretty good odds.
But why are they focused on this one and not the ones that graze us?
I think because it's so big. I think this one can wipe us out if it did
Is
hit
it really a big boy?
Yeah, it's pretty big.
Oh, and they didn't name it the Jeffy asteroid?
No, apparently not. No. Maybe we'll contact NASA, see if we can get them to change that.
That's much
that would
catchier.
be very, very appropriate. Yeah. All right, we'll see you tomorrow.
Pat Gray, only on the Blaze Radio Network.